Why quarantine Venezuelan oil now, and why starve Maduro this way? The White House has ordered a sharpened quarantine on Venezuelan oil. It's language chosen carefully and historically. We're not talking about a symbolic sanction here or a strongly worded State Department memo. We're talking about U.S. military enforcement focused on sanctioned tankers, authorized to intercept and disrupt the flow of oil that keeps Nicolás Maduro's regime alive. And for years, sanctions on Venezuela have been treated like background noise, paper statements that didn't change the reality on the ground. The regime stayed, the cronies stayed, and unfortunately the suffering stayed. Oil still slipped through and the dictatorship survived on the margins. This new move is different. Quarantine is not about moral signaling, it's about economic suffocation. There's no invasion, no Marines storming Caracas, just a deliberate chokehold on the regime's oxygen, its revenue stream. So why now? Well, because the administration has decided that a halfway policy toward rogue regimes creates the worst of all worlds. It allows the dictator to stay in power while the population pays the price. It keeps the crisis unstable, the refugee flows constant, and the moral ledger unresolved. You don't get peace, you don't get justice, you just get misery indefinitely. By moving from sanctions to quarantine, the United States is telling Maduro and every regime watching, if you survive by exporting corruption and chaos, that lifeline can be cut. Not someday, not theoretically, today. Critics will say this escalates tension and risks confrontation at sea and pushes Venezuela further into the arms of other hostile powers. Supporters will argue that regimes like Maduro's don't fall because of carefully worded resolutions. They fall when the money runs out and the insiders start looking for exits. The truth is that this is the ugly middle ground of modern power. We don't want large-scale wars, but we also claim we won't tolerate authoritarian predators on our doorstep. A quarantine is the attempt to make those two claims coexist. So why starve Maduro regime now? Because in this White House's view, rogue regimes don't reform, they break.